Leo, what's good with it? It's 8:48. Ah, good timing. Leo energy, Aries energy. Okay, it's November 23rd. We're currently in Sagittarius season. Let's see whatever comes through. First card out, the Tower, movement, change. Okay, a shift in your intake. Okay, a shift in your, this is like a perspective. There's also a shift in others' intake and perspective. Okay, so last night I did do your reading. You were one of the readings I did last night, and some of the information may come through just to inform me of that. We have here the King of Wands. Okay, so shout out to my continuous subscribers, followers, and new subscribers and followers. Okay, we have here the King of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, I'm gonna get them all out. That one did, it was flipped over, but okay. Some point in time that Three of Swords flipped over, but then the Ace of Cups came right after. Okay. 4 more. 3. We have here, is that 3? Almost. But okay. We have here the Tower, Ace of Cups, along with the 10 of Cups. That's with the King of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Okay, so a conflict of decisions, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, because we're only to be in a comfort zone for so long. Benefit from that comfort zone and then proceed to the next zone, right? Okay, 7 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 1 more. To close this out, 1 more. Sorry, Ellie. Okay, gosh, more wants to come out. Okay, what more is this on? Okay, 3 of Swords with the 2 of Swords. Okay, what is this? Okay, 3 of Cups overall energy and the 7 of Wands. So a challenge could be the form of connection, collaboration, engagement. Okay, hold up. Okay, I will speak on the bad first, real quick, to get it out the way. 3, well, it's not so much bad, but hold up. I was gonna get more on that. 3 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Right here with the 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, Empress. Okay, so there is much going on affecting your emotional state. This is like a pull, different pulls of directions. And then it's like 2 of Swords, like, hold up, let me try to, remove these pulls. What is a necessary pull? What's not, right? Okay, and it's like having to go within or use more of your senses for this, spidey senses, right? And then 5 of Swords, knowing there is like a task to have to tend to. Everyone should have to be tending to a task. Okay, how do I go about tending to my task? Or what's my task? What's the best directive that I should apply right now for myself? It's easy and supportive to direct others, right? Because we could see what they provide us and then give our perception, right? And then we have to apply that own knowledge, ideology to ourselves. So this is what's going on. Like, now I have to give myself my own directive here. So that's doing like the pros and cons. Okay, on a situation, on a decision, on a person. This could be pertaining to family matters, pertaining to financials with this 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Okay. Also, someone could be pulling, an Empress could be pulling you every which direction. Now, Empress could be a mother figure or a romantic partner or a female partner at work. We have here the 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles showing through. This is pertaining to financials. This should be how business should be. But why is someone has a conflict of decision is to fail? Okay? Conflict of decision. There's like only you could make a decision. It's also only you could defeat an inner beast, right? Or an external beast. Someone could come against you as a beast, right? What was coming through last night was from the Mario, the lava stage, browser stage. But you know those little individuals that the bones that fall apart and then they come back together. It's like a life, an ability to do so. There was coming through, it was like a significance of a jaw. There's a significance of a jaw of another you or another, and coming together. It was like the ability of life also has the ability to face off death, right? And also face off browser, right? When pertaining to the princess. There's so much that goes on that occurs before even reaching browser, right? The final challenge. And it's coming through as you have to keep that in mind when pertaining to decisions, tactical, that there's so much that's going to occur before you get to that last stage, right? And even after you complete that last stage, there's still going to be a whole nother challenge. And then that has different stages, right? Okay? But keep that in mind. You may be the only one to defeat this inner beast or external beast. The ability, using your abilities, knowing how to use your abilities, because some individuals have abilities but they don't know how to use them, right? They have to learn themselves, go internal. They have to be linked in with the right crowd, because why? Our crowd reflects us, right? We are our crowd. And how and what direction are we going? How are we behaving, participating, thinking, building, etc., right? The cause and effects is by those we choose in our inner circle, because this is like the circle. There's like circles where certain individuals can only get to, right? Certain individuals can only get to like the work circle. Certain individuals can only get to the court, like sports circle, right? Like there's so many different, this is like points, right? There are different points that individuals could get to. Certain individuals get closer than others will, but that's a choice where you would allow that. Okay, hopefully you're following along. Okay, we have here the Tower and the Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, King of Wands, 9 of Swords, following the Temperance. Temperance is crossing the 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups. That speaks on the stages. The stages. There's 10 of Cups. But right in, there's also a 7 of Cups. So there's much that's going to occur once having a 10 of Cups or experiencing a 10 of Cups effect. Okay? You have to know what's of benefit to secure this 10 of Cups, or to like continue this 10 of Cups. The 7, 8, 9. What do you have to do with this 10 of Cups? How do you work off of this 10 of Cups? And with whom is coming through? Because you could pull these from the 7 of Cups, and then what are you going to do with it? That's the 9 of Cups energy. And then we have here the 6 of Cups, King of Swords, Hangman, King of Pentacles. There's a lot of kings here. There's 3 kings on the spread. Swords, Wands, and Pentacles. Not the King of Cups, though. The emotion is absent. Is it? King of Cups is here. It's hidden from judgment. Someone has to judge their emotions because it was hidden. How do I articulate myself best? That way I can produce the best. Okay, Judgment. We have here Death energy. We just came out of Scorpio season. Nine of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Queen of Cups, Death energy. Okay. That's also on the Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Okay. So this is with this Three of Swords, Two of Swords, Five of Swords type of energy, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Empress, High Priestess, King of Pentacles, Chariot. This is also getting the download, getting the epiphany, right? And then actually taking action with it. Because many times we will receive a thought and it's like we bypass it. We don't prioritize it enough. It tends to happen. A lot of us do prioritize it, but I can't say everyone, right? But it tends to happen where if we're working, a certain thought comes in, right? And then we bypass it because we're doing something. But we were supposed to prioritize that thought, right? Make more of a mental note or note it down. That way we could tend back to it. But it doesn't happen often. And then we're later time trying to remember, oh, what was coming to mind? What was coming to mind? You know, like we're to prioritize that thought. I feel like with the High Priestess, King of Pentacles, Chariot, you receive the answer, the download. It's solid. You're solid in your decision, and you're gonna go for it. You're gonna take the action. Empress, Five of Swords, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, Three of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Gonna go for it. Because you feel as if you're articulating yourself best. Or in this current state, you're articulating yourself sufficient enough. Okay? Or somebody else is articulating themselves sufficient enough to bring you comfort. Okay? It was coming through. It's not like they didn't before, but maybe it was because your focus was somewhere else where you weren't receptive to what was available or presenting itself, or how someone was presenting themselves. Three of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Death energy. Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. So when working with someone, there is going to be the ups and downs, highs and lows. It's as if that was too repetitive, that you're trying to close out an offer, a contract that you were once presenting to a Queen of Cups like individual. Pisces, Cancerian, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but it's someone of that operating in that nature. Okay, strong energy of Scorpio with the death energy on there. This could be where someone just wasn't or isn't going in the direction as you. With the Three of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles, someone operates differently, and you took recognition, or you're taking recognition. It's also accepting that the diversity of another and your attraction to it, the diversity versus the typical. Okay, this is customary for you, for me, for us. Like, this was customary. It's just like, that's customary. Those that choose that, you know, there's that kind of energy that you could be like that again. If that's someone's choice, I'm choosing this direction, this contract. Okay. Four of Cups, Hanged Man. Seven of Wands, Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. I feel like because in a customary contract, you found yourself out of your element often. That's very interesting how that could be. In a customary contract, you found yourself out of your element. But in this is the outlandish contract, you know, or it could seem outlandish to some. It's as if you found more of your own self. Page of Pentacles. Even if others didn't see, like, some settings, some lifestyles bring balance to some, right? Whereas to others, it doesn't. So others may not approve or agree, but it's like, baby, it was building into me, you know, like, so this is that kind of energy. Look, Queen of Wands, Leo energy. So, I mean, others are gonna talk. That's the energy. Others will talk. That's expected. I need to be able to talk too about how satisfied I am in my decisions. Okay? Someone could be judged right now also. Their emotions could be judged by how they committed wrongfully to someone. This is an additional message. They sought to end someone's gains. But that wasn't long lasting. Savory is coming through. It was like, it was intended for savory, but it wasn't long lasting. Someone from the past, someone tried to wrong someone from the past, someone who they deemed as home. 22. Or someone like they could take home to, like, mama, daddy, you know, like, I could take this person home. Someone wronged an individual that they were, like, closely linked into, or it was to feel like a soul connection. Someone thought they could wrong someone also because they had a soul connection. Oh, this is like, oh, spiritual contract, I could wrong them. You know, I could do this or this or that because we're in a spiritual contract. I have to handle this. I don't care if I affect him or her, you know, because I have to handle this, or my interest is more to handle this or be linked in with this person contract over this one, even though I know it's a soul contract. They'll be there. They'll be there. It's a soul contract. This is like that. They assumed they were secured. Very interesting. Forgiveness, beauty, and communion. So it's like where someone tried to outsmart them on their own selves. I could do this, do that, do this, that. You know, I'm not prioritizing them right now. I don't have to. You know, it's not my choice. I'm not going to prioritize them right now. I could prioritize them later. This was like someone trying to think ahead. Okay. Flow. That's interesting. And truth. So there is some truth that's going to have to come about for either way it goes, whether you're experiencing all this type of scenarios that I just spoke on of Leo, or you're like this other type of Leo who is trying to outsmart themselves. I mean, this could be Leo's light and shadow too. Wanting to do this, do that. Shadow self. Dark night working. Thinking this. Okay? So apply it as you need to. Home, forgiveness, beauty, and communion. There could be communion. There is expected to be communion. A beautiful communion. A beautiful connection. Okay? One that's healing. This forgiveness and beauty is like embodying healing energy. And home. That fills in the space. Like there's empty spaces in a home, or there's like voids. Like there's a voided area or voids in the home. Like home will be filled. Okay? When taking necessary actions, making like wise decisions. Yeah. Okay? The correct decision, when making the correct decision is coming through, then certain void is going to be filled. This is like the energy of getting the right spot. Like, and you know, in those games, you have to do the right thing for a certain little characters to fit. Like you have to be a certain size to fit through certain tunnels, right? You have to be certain height. You have to have certain support, like the wing, like the Mario. I'm getting like the Mario vibes again. You have to have certain equipment, right, to take on a certain quest. But if not, it's going to be very difficult, right? And if not even difficult, it's unachievable, right? This is that feel. But all right, but with the right equipment, You're going to be able to get through the little quest or difficult request, not request, quest. All right, that's what I have for you, Leo. Thank you. Take care. Peace, peace. Ciao.